Can I do anything here again? Well, it takes a goddamn age to bloody load. Look how slow it is. Gee. Come on, let's do it. God, dear me. At the Wolf Creek Club. Starting on hole 4. Okay.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Today we're here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Little alongside Frank Nobilo set to bring you all of the action for the EA Sports Spring Invitational.
Really,
Frank,
poor.
what can the players expect from Wolf Creek?
Just a mesmerizing layout, Rich. You can see that from above. Straight driving is imperative out there today. You actually don't have to hit the ball a long way. The elevation on those tees is going to give you that extra distance on almost every shot. You can even take driver out of play on some of the holes. But really it's about being in the right position first on those tee shots that you're going to hit today.
Good chance to make birdie here, Frank, as we get set for the approach here at the 4th hole.
The 4th green, as you can see, is set in a little bit of a bowl with that backdrop behind it. Really the biggest problem is if you come up short that false front, it does feed off the right and the left side there. So, shot not quite hit as well as you would like, can still kick towards the flag.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
He'll need to be strong with this. Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie.
Oh, look at this.
Now a 7-footer. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard. Even par, currently.
So, 2 over par for the round.
Ready. That's fucking
Let's go
hole.
over the 5th hole. Frank, you know this. You can't win a tournament in the first round, but you can lose it. As we catch up with our featured golfer, they need to turn this around just to make the cut.
And turn it around now.
Air going at water.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Just what you want in the right position on this par 5, in the fairway. Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots.
I was not going to reach the
Frank, what's it going to take here on this approach at the par 5?
Well, some people might actually try and bounce it in between those 2 bunkers and run the ball up on the green, but personally, I'd try and actually take a hybrid or something with a little bit more loft and try and fly the ball. Take those 2 bunkers out of play.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Oh my goodness.
Good try.
Hey.
Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
This putt for par. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And getting ready for the putt. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Here at the 6th, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole, too, for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green. Once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Try to scramble here. He's giving himself a chance for par. This is an 11-foot putt. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Rough day so far. 4 over par on the round.
That's pretty.
Now on to the par 4 7th hole.
Oh,
Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch.
And I get lucky simple, there.
But because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much harder.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that
kind
one.
of.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could pound very, very quickly, so now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, well, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
What the?
NASA, we have a splashdown. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot.
What the fuck happened to that ball?
So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Misses the putt here, has to try again and add another stroke to the scorecard. And he's putting for double bogey now.
Oh.
Well, double par here, time to pick up and move on.
Kind of in a way, I'm glad I'm going to be cut from this.
Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here. And chance too, a little birdie.
So drop the shot after ending up in the water on that recent miscue. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank.
Okay.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. It's at sneaky distance.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
No way.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. And that'll wrap up the first round. We saw some good golf today, Frank, but some others, they got off to a slow start.
Yeah, and I don't really know how to explain why. Maybe lack of practice rounds, maybe not enough time on the golf course. They certainly will have to regroup tomorrow and put up a show just to make the cut.
Surely I'm not playing. Do I get round 2? What's the point? I'm so far behind. I think I'll withdraw, guys. I just nowhere near it. It's a waste of time. That looks a lovely HD picture, though. So I think I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching, those that did. Going to stick this on YouTube, so go and find us on there. The Cranky Sports Show. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't found me already. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Anyway, what a disappointing game this is. Anyway, till next time, we'll see you later.